Right then, in this video we take a detailed look at a Thames Valley 2 with destination dispatch. That's right, generic lifts now have destination dispatch. I guess that's a sign of the times. Destination dispatch is very popular nowadays, so generic lift companies have to produce a destination dispatch model. And correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm aware, the only mainstream generic lift logic in the UK that can provide destination dispatch is Thames Valley. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's some other generic lift logic that does it, but generally speaking, Thames Valley is the only one you get installed in the UK if you want destination dispatch. So let's take a look at the features of these lifts. These lifts feature a touchscreen destination dispatch control outside of the lifts, which have a disabled button feature, which is the most unintuitive disabled mode I've ever used on a destination dispatch. The interface of it is absolutely awful in disabled mode, but as for regular use of the destination dispatch, it works pretty well. On the inside of the lifts, these lifts feature a large floor indicator screen, which in regular service just acts as a screen. But when you put a lift into car preference or fire mode, this screen turns out it's actually a touch screen, and you can actually touch the screen to choose your floor, meaning that the only time the touchscreen functionality is actually used on this screen is in fire mode or independent service, because in regular use, this touchscreen just functions as just a display and you can't interact with it, which is very odd. And as for the build quality of these lifts, the build quality is actually surprisingly for a generic company. It's actually good, the lift has a good chassis, and it seems like it's built really well. Although the interior of the lift is very boring, because hey, let's face it, it's a generic. Now for this generic lift company, this is probably their prize project, the best lift they've probably ever installed. They put their best engineers to work on this. Because as for the levelling of these lifts actually level pretty good. And that's for a generic. And the thing is, modern Thames Valley 2 and Leicester 2 actually knows the lift's absolute position, so when set up properly, it can actually level quite good. For most of the time, generic engineers are the most lazy bunch of engineers that only work for generic lift companies because they just want to get the job done quick and they've got no pride in their work, which is why most generic lifts are set up really badly. But as these lifts must have been this generic lift company's prize project, they put their best engineers on the job and have set up the lifts well, and they level good. Although, with that said, of course, not as good as Schindler Iconic. And with that said, there is actually another new generic lift logic that's not used that much, which is the new ILE Canex. And Canex actually levels the lift very well, better than Thames Valley 2 and Leicester 2. But sadly, ILE Canex is not used that much. So then, that's the features of these lifts. Let's now take a look at how well they work. Let's go.
Service control.
We've got about, what's about do? Copyright Thames Valley Control Limited 2016. Directory. Says all of that stuff. It's so weird this. Got doors. Processed. Okay. Log on. Normally 22222 for Thames Valley. It might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's when it's normally all 2s to log in at Thames Valley. Toolbox does nothing, and home. And let's do disable mode.
If you require verbal instructions, please wait. Tap the screen to change destination level, then wait for confirmation.
Oh.
If you require, tap the screen to change basement, ground level, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 8. Tap the screen to confirm destination. Go to lift F. behind you.
The light's on in this, that's good.
Good, I'll take that.